It's 8 o'clock and it's the Big Detective Show. And my computer had the brain fart and crashed midway through the adverts. Hello, darling. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks, Dave. Good evening, everyone. Hello in the chat. Oh, I wonder why I couldn't see anything there. I haven't got my specs on. You all right?
And it's because you've had no alcohol and you can't see when you haven't had alcohol. You know
that. No comment.
I'm pained, but otherwise okay. How are yourself?
I'm okay. Busy week.
Very.
Yes, and very wet. And I don't think I'm going to get out this weekend. I'm not worried about the storm, but it's wet. It's proper wet. Went out Saturday, and you went out Saturday, didn't you, Dave?
Yeah, we were messaging each other. Yeah, I was actually phoning you to say, Adrian, what's this? Is it what I think it is?
And I said, I don't have a clue. I mean, have you got it there?
I have, actually.
He did a dance.
I have to revoke the dance again. Looks a bit goldy, don't it? I know videos.
It looks very goldy. Looks very goldy.
Very goldy. So after much time and effort, and not listening to Ricardo Lees, who went, nah. I think everybody else, I know you couldn't see the images properly, and obviously we were on a video call, but I think more or less everybody went, how come I can't? Mark's just said, how come I can't hear you? I don't know, Mark.
Turn your volume up.
Turn your volume up.
Someone would have said something.
Hold on.
I can hear you.
We can hear us. Is it your
computer?
Could be.
Anyway,
sorry. Where were we? So, phone room. Anyway, got home. I've got a brilliant bit of kit. It's a little microscope that I got off Graham Dempsey a while ago. And put the little light on. You can see right up, and you could see there was the word bank, BANQUE. From that, we obviously looked at other things, me and Shane, and we could see there was like what was sort of a star shape. Turns out it wasn't gold. Oh, Mark's gone. It was a West African 10 cents made of copper and bronze. And
I feel so
very
sorry.
Squished, very, very squished. So that's 2 gold dances I've done, and 2 I've had to revoke.
I feel very sorry for you because you were quite chuffed, weren't you? Because you'd had a really quiet day.
What, mate? 2 hours, and I'd found a bullet casing. The first field we were supposed to go on was maize, and the maize hadn't been cut when we got there. Shane was told it was going to be down. We got there. Shane, what? There seems to be quite a lot of maize. Oh, FFS. So we went on the pasture. Unfortunately, the pasture was quite long. My lad was with us. The land itself, his whole technique is not very good currently yet. So he needs training in the arts. And it was best that we went on the land that we went on, in effect. Shane was still finding bits and bobs. I've done some videoing for him as well for his channel, the Staffordshire Searcher, and we tried a new techniques, additions or what have you, and they look pretty good, to be honest, on his new videos.
Follow him on YouTube. Should get him on the show soon.
Staffordshire Searcher, yes, we should.
What was the weather like for you? Because it was baking hot. Well, not baking hot, but it was like 15, 16 degrees, blue skies for me.
When we got there, it had been raining, and then it stopped raining, but the mist was still low, so it was moist.
No, it was. Did you see it? It was lovely, and the fields really nice.
Fantastic land there, to be fair.
One that's called Gold Stater Field. We give them names, even though we called the Roman Field because we found Roman on it about 3 years ago and have never done since. But I found. What did I find? Found some good stuff. Edward the First penny. Hammered, and I did find it's Nick Berry in the chat because we'll get our guest on in a minute. Nick, are you in the chat? What do you reckon that is?
Oh,
I know it's a hammered, but what age? And I've got a back on it. Sure.
That's King Ethelthwaite.
Is it King Dave? So
no,
Nick,
King Dave's are always the ones that you can't see.
It's cleaned up, not cleaned up, but it's better than that. But yeah, I found that, and I haven't had a chance to look in Spinks yet to identify it.
Did you try it in the? Oh no, you're still on the screen, so no one could see what I was doing. No, did you try it in the? Whoop 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 whoop. Hold on.
That's nice, isn't it? I got a nice one of that.
That's nice.
Yeah, I don't think I took another picture. Oh yeah, I did. Got a nice little picture of that. And then there's that one, Nick, Mr. Berry, if you're watching, pause it or whatever. But yeah, had a lovely time out. Boy Wonder didn't come. Before I forget, lockdown competitions, we had them on the show a few weeks ago. I went on their website the other day because I got an email saying, "Oh, just go for it." And I think I bought one ticket or two tickets, like £3 or £5 or something like that. Blinking won that. A pro find on lockdown. There's one of them instant wins, Dave.
Bad news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes, or it might be Boy Wonder's Christmas present.
I've got a screen opened up, but this is what happened before. When I opened this screen, the link you sent me earlier, that's when the internet went down. So bear with me for a moment in case I disappear.
Oh. Eagle-eyed DJ said, "Yeah, what's that?" Oh yes,
I hate adverts. Treasure Island metal detectorists make a record 1,378 discovery in Britain last year. Far more than that. With Norfolk named the top spot for stumbling on riches, the UK region was the most treasure finds last year, with a 349. Were you one of those who found treasure? Email Sam Hardlaw. And it has a look at some nice finds and a weird cat. You still there, Ed?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm looking.
Nice gold.
Yeah, that's. If you scroll down, I think it's got a. This is interesting.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it? A number of reported treasure finds. So it's saying in 1995, that's when the Treasure Act come into effect in 96. So in around 2001, there were 200 reported. In 2010, just below 800. And we are now peaking at a record 1,400 more or less for 2022. So this is treasure finds, isn't it? There you go.
They've got a bit of a problem there. Essex is not 57 and 570. It's not. I think it's 57 in Essex, Shropshire.
53 in Shropshire and 49 in Oxford. So Norfolk with 95, Hampshire 83, Kent, including Medway, 81. Do you know, I've never, ever heard of the term Medway until I heard of the Medway metal detecting event. And I never knew what it was. No, never. 75 in Suffolk, 74 North Yorkshire, 72 Wiltshire and Swindon, and 58 in Lincolnshire.
Yeah, look at that.
There's your hot spots.
What number are you, Dave? Where are you? Number
140.
Yeah. And I'm 272.
Well, actually, I'm 204 because I'm right on the cusp of them two. There you go.
Right. Okay.
Some decent graphs they've created there, to be fair. Look.
I think they're all available on .gov. Yes, they are. .gov.
Look at them.
Yeah. So,
anyway,
I thought that was quite interesting.
Shall we bring tonight's guest on because he's very lovely and we like him, and he returns now and again. He's sitting patiently up there in his little, looking down on us all because of his height. He's so tall. Good evening, Mark.
Oh
no way! No way!
0%.
I've got exactly the same.
0%.
That is going to be quite nice, isn't it?
Exactly the same, also.
Yeah, the best one is the Birra Moretti.
But it costs more. It's quite expensive, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 6
Does it actually taste the beer? Does it?
Yeah, they do actually taste the beer. Do you know what? A lot of the drinking side, I actually enjoy the taste of drink, but the beer side, it's the taste. So for me, I just have my little 4 bottles, and I'm happy away. Like 0%, by the way.
The Guinness is good. The 0 alcohol Guinness is good as well.
Well, that's a great way to start the program, isn't it?
Yes.
Cheers.
Yeah. I'm drinking just something. But how are you, Mark? All right, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
We kind of forgot. I was in the middle of a Call of Duty game, and I was like, "Oh, sugar."
You were just about to take out
messaged me, and I just remembered.
Person. Habits.
I've been shooting playing that, for all I can say.
Yeah, careful. Yes. Because last time we met was at Rodney Cook. Mark, you were whizzing around on a scooter, weren't you?
That's it. Yeah.
It's bloody hell. That's like 2 months ago now that we've seen you, isn't it?
I know. Yeah, it's mad. I helped with that. The whole process of that. Gary approached me quite a while ago and said that he was struggling for a large amount of land. So we met and we had a bit of a chat, and I went and knocked on. I remember I spoke to him and I said, I can try, but I'm going to struggle to find that much land for you. And I was driving to Great Shefford, and I'd basically gone and got fuel. And on the way back, I was driving past this farm that I've never been on, and I knew there was about 1,100 acres, and I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to go and knock on his door. So I went and I literally just randomly knocked on the door, and Jeff was there, and he's like, you all right? I said, yeah, a real random question. Would you care to hold a charity rally for cancer, for a cancer charity? Basically getting the story of me losing my dad last year to cancer, and it was quite a deep thing for me to want to get involved in. I'd done, I give some of my land in Farringdon as well for blue and pink ribbon charity rally that Crawford's did earlier on in the year as well. So yeah, it was basically some of the, I haven't been through just all different random things, and not mental health, not been in the best of places up to a few months ago. I hadn't been detecting for a while, but I'm starting to get the bug back, and yeah, I just kind of gave some land that I knew that were just sitting there that I thought could go to a good cause, and especially, like I said, with such a deep meaning thing cancer-wise, I thought it'd be good for cancer charities. So, and plan to try and organise some more as well in the coming year as well. So maybe a little rally myself for cancer. So
yeah,
and if anything that we could do to support that, Mark, please feel free to contact your agent.
Definitely,
do what we
definitely
can.
Get you guys involved. Yeah,
I think it's nice because so many people work behind the scenes in Rodney Cook, and people probably don't realise that you were the key guy behind getting that land, which was brilliant. It was really good.
Listen, I'm just a small cog in the whole situation. It kind of, it's a bit weird, really. It kind of like almost felt like it should happen and go that way. Because when we originally lost my dad, the Macmillan nurses had been really good, so we were like, we want to do something for Macmillan Cancer, and then obviously life takes hold again, and you're busy working, and like I said, I was going through my own troubles and hassle and stuff like that, and more to myself, causing hassle to myself. So it kind of took a bit of a back step, and then it just randomly seemed to fall into place where Gary were looking for some land for the RCM. I said I'd just really love to get them involved, get involved and do something for cancer charities, and he's kindly donated £1,500 to Injured Jockeys Fund as well, who were the ones that helped me with mental health, and I basically went through a lot of counselling and just a lot of things, and they've looked after me over the years as well with injuries. So he's kindly took a small snippet of it, £1,500, and that's going to the Injured Jockeys Fund. So that's really good. So.
Brilliant.
That's good. And those who don't know, Mark, I don't know if you want to explain, Mark, what your background is. Well, one of the things.
Yeah, basically, I was a professional jockey for 14 years. I'm still within horse racing. I'm actually flying out to Bahrain next week with a horse that won the Cambridge. Yeah. I'm gonna be like laid on my sun lounger with a 0% beer.
Take your detector
with your horse next to you.
But yeah, I rode for 14 years. I was actually in the Middle East for 3 of them 14 years in the winter. So it's basically going back to a bit of stomping ground and going to catch up with some old friends and stuff. So yeah.
Fair play, mate. That sounds fantastic. And just at the right time of the year as well.
To be fair, I'm really lucky as well, because usually the good horses are usually the really quirky ones. And this lad is an old 6-year-old. He's an absolute legend. He won the 35 run at Cambridgeshire at Newmarket a few weeks ago. I had a good bet on him, just to let you all know.
Thanks, Mark. After the last one you gave me was ended up as glue.
Yeah, 33 to 1 he was as well. So I won quite a bit of money on him then.
You won £33, obviously, didn't you?
Huh?
You won £33 because it's not cool to bet, is it?
The biggest. No, you don't gamble. If anyone's got the same addiction issues as me, don't go to gambling.
33 to 1. Blimey.
What was the horse's name?
Astro King.
Astro King, honestly.
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
No, you wanted him.
I knew writing it down.
When's
put a
he
tracker on Astro King.
Well.
Where in Bahrain? When?
I fly on Wednesday. So I'm there for 10 days. Basically, I fly Wednesday. He comes out Thursday via, obviously, transport for horses and stuff.
Does he have a horse passport?
All horses have passports, yeah.
With his face on.
Do you know here's a little fact for you. Do you know a horse isn't allowed to travel around this country in a horse box without its passport not being present?
Yeah, I don't.
It's highly illegal.
Is that any horse?
Any horse, even your normal My Little Girl's pony, wherever she goes, his passport has to go with.
I'm glad you said girls in that, because it would have been My Little Pony otherwise, and that'd have just been weird.
Does that apply to donkeys, Mark?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Hang on. Let me just 2 seconds. Yes.
Dave, we're going to have to take that back. We're going to have to take that back.
Which bed?
That donkey, we're going to have to take it back.
What donkey?
The one we
got.
Donkeys
do have passports, yeah.
Donkeys need passports.
They do have passports,
Ah, Fee Cooley said no, they need passports.
Hey.
Bam.
Hey guys, Sharon Draper. Hey guys.
Hey guys, I like that one. To be
What do
honest,
you call-
I'm feeling a little bit hoarse now.
Hey,
I've got a joke.
why the long face?
As a joke,
No,
I said
I've got one like a horse's ass.
there's a joke, but I can't say because it's probably inappropriate and it's before 9 o'clock to do with
Doesn't
horses.
matter, Adrian. It's not real telly.
No, I might say it wrong, so I look silly. It is real telly. There's millions of people out there sitting there with their remote.
Seven people.
And Mark, you also you man of many talents. You bike race as well.
Yeah, I'm one of them. I tend to throw myself into something at any given time, and yeah, bike racing. I am planning to go back bike racing again next year. I did a full season a couple of years ago. I basically started off doing a couple of track days. I always wanted to be a bike racer, and then obviously the horse racing side took its path with it. And then when I packed up, I kind of started doing a few track days. Kind of got quite good at it, and then just suddenly decided that I was going bike racing. And I had a good first season as a rookie, finishing in top 6. And then last year, obviously, with everything that went on, I basically did probably half a season, head not in the right place anyway, and kind of just
Michael Bickerton's been watching last week's show for 20 minutes.
Sorry. I thought you were laughing at Mark saying his head's not in the right place and he's had an awful year. And I'm thinking, well, ain't that funny? But no, sorry.
That was funny.
Michael Bickerton. Actually, I started watching the Grand Prix last weekend and I was watching the race the week before. So when it was live. So it's too complicated on the interwebs. But yeah, I mean, the bike racing, Crawford's kindly sponsored you, didn't they?
They sponsored me for the season, yeah, but like I said, there was a hell of a lot going on. That's the real good thing about Crawford's. They've always, no matter what's going on, no matter what's gone on, they've kind of always been there for me, and that's the nice thing. They like it. It's all a bit like a big family, really. And Craig, like I said, when I bumped into Craig this year, I kind of felt awkward because it was just like I basically, they've looked after me machines wise and everything, and I kind of took a bit of a back seat on everything. And when I first bumped into him, I was like, oh, this is going to be awkward, and with the bike racing side. But it was just like literally sitting down with a mate again, and we chatted away, and they said they were just happy to see, they could see that I was very, when I held the rally at the beginning of the year, I was meant to go on the test bed, but just quite a lot going on. I basically turned up for 20 minutes, felt really, I don't know, I was suffering quite anxiety wise and stuff, and I kind of just got back on my bike and rode home, and that was, I probably saw him for 20 minutes for a day, and then one of the girls there who works for Craig said, she said, oh, we could tell the day you turned up that you looked really ill. And so it was just, like I said, it was quite early on in the year. It was when I was struggling the most. But like I said, everything's turned a corner now. I've grabbed hold of myself a bit, and life's on the up, and I'm getting a bit of metal detecting in, not as much as I'd like to at the minute, because every time I plan to, it's either absolutely levering it down or something crops up, picking little enough from school or something like that. But I've probably done without joking, probably about 10 hours with the Manticore, and I've had probably one of my biggest bucket listers that I've been after for years, and I could not believe I actually found it. Dan Spencer actually thought that I'd found gold because I was that buzzing, and a few other items. I'm one of them. I don't go out very often, but when I do, I always seem to land on the jackpot. So it's I'm quite lucky in that respect. But at the same time, it's quite weird because I went. The stuff that I've been finding, I've got them here with me. I'll show you some of the bits in a minute. But the the stuff that I've been finding was on the land that they actually held the blue ribbon and pink ribbon charity rally. And we were plucking up Romans, probably between me and Dan after a couple of hours, probably plucked up about, I don't know, about 20, 30 Roman, like some majority grotty, but like I said, I had a Celtic unit, little silver Celtic unit, that's my bucket lister. I had another gorgeous brooch. I'll show them you all in a minute. But I had a gorgeous Roman brooch, a Roman ring, and part of a Roman bracelet as well. So, do you want to see them?
Yeah, go on in. Go on in.
So that's the brooch.
Oh, Dave.
Hang on. Let me just get the camera right. There, look.
Make it big, Dave. Dave, is Dave frozen, or is he? He's really interested in that. Look, he's absolute. Look at his eyes. He's totally He's fixed on it. Poor old Dave. That's really nice. Have you cleaned that up much, Mark? Or
no, I have literally. What I did is wipe it, and I've wiped all the mud off, and it's got the green patina. I'm trying to get the camera right. Look, there. Look.
No, that's really.
Yeah,
I mean, Dave is. I think. Oh, he's back. Dave, could you make it big? Sorry.
Yeah, baby.
Because that looks lovely.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the camera angle right. So, yeah.
That is in such good condition.
Yeah, I was just about to say the same.
It's absolutely stunning.
I know somebody will be very, very, very jealous of that, Mark.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. What's the next find, Mark?
The next find is my favourite one. I'm going to have to try and get this. This is a Saxon unit, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get a very good.
You hold it in front of your face. It should focus on it. That's it. No.
And then
it's good camera,
it's actually got a lot of detail. Like this side's got like the horse's head facing one way. I can't really see, but let me just see if I can try and get a bit of focus on that. In front of my face there. Let me see if I can get the light to. No, it's not really showing, but it has got loads of detail. But yeah, that's my little silver Saxon. That's the part of the Roman brooch, Roman bracelet. Sorry.
Nice, very nice.
And my little Roman ring.
Looks quite big. Is it big?
Yeah, it's big for Roman finds. It is big, but it's but it's not that big because it goes on my finger. But it's very, yeah. But yeah, I had quite a lot of really nice Romans and stuff. But I had, the Aussie boys that came over.
Yeah.
Brian, one of them's got. He was over because he's got a condition or something where he's not going to be able to detect too long, and he's had to retire from his work. But I basically gave him a load of stuff to take back. I wish I'd have got a picture actually to set and sent it over earlier. But they basically all the stuff that I've given him loads of pottery and stuff and Roman steel yard weights and stuff like that, made out of lead, and they've actually made like what's his name? I'm going to feel really terrible here now. Brian, Logan.
Fluff.
He's one of the other lads. Anyway, he's actually got a shop in Australia, a metal detecting shop, and he's made his own display of all Roman stuff now, and it's really cool. So
Justin
Millman.
Thank you, Nick Berry. Is there?
Yeah, sorry about that, Justin. It's not that you're the least one I'd like to. There's no to do with that. I just forgot. But yeah, Justin's got a shop, so he's basically sent all this stuff back because I've given him a big box of stuff and said, just go through that. There's all like random stuff like World War II stuff, Victorian stuff, just tons of stuff that I've just had in boxes that I thought someone would appreciate, and I was just like, take some of that, put it in your shop in Australia or do whatever, and they took a load back. So yeah,
nice. And all the stuff you just showed us was found with the Manticore.
Yeah.
How long have you had the Manticore? Did you have it before the software update?
No, I didn't have it before the software update. what happened was before the RCM, I kind of spoke to Craig a couple of months before that and said, "Oh, can you sort me a new machine out to like test and use to try and give me a bit of a boost me up, like try and pick me up and make me want to get out of detecting." So he sent me the 900, and I had that for a couple of months. And I didn't really do all YouTube wise or I was just basically just going out and doing a bit of detecting on my own, and just having my own, trying to find the happy place again, rather than just trying to show everybody what I'll find, trying to help people with settings and stuff. So I had the 900, and then when I turned up at RCM, I was chatting away to Craig, and I'd said that the 900 was obviously an improvement on the 800, probably just an extra turbo chucked in there now, but it was the same, and I weren't really getting that kind of buzz from it. And I spoke to Kieran from Mindlab as well, because obviously I've been one of their experts for a long time. I know like I said, I've had a couple of years kind of out of it and not really been doing too much social media wise, but I had a good chat with Kieran as well from Mindlab, and they basically put those together and said you can have a Manticore and give us the 900 back and you can use a Manticore. So I basically had, like I said, I've probably had about 9-10 hours out with it. It's an absolute, I'm not just, everybody just thinks that you have to say it and you want, but it is just, the 800, when I first got the 800 and everybody was like, oh, it's just another metal detector, blah, 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 it's this, that and the other, and then obviously it's took off how it has and been as good as it has been. It's the same with the Manticore. The Manticore is just a different, they say the beast, it is literally a beast. It's ridiculous. It almost, what it gives me now, and I've only ever used a Deus for a few hours, for probably 10-20 hours or whatever, and it almost feels like now the Manticore's got the Nox more depth, but it's got that real like sharpness like the Deus has, where especially on ploughed land and stuff, it just seems more stable, and I'm really impressed.
It's got twice the power, as in 2 batteries, as opposed to 1 that the Nox has got. And I've got a Manticore, and it is powerful, and it is a beast because it gets through the battery.
I think that's the issue. The issue is the 2 small issues that I've heard. Like I said, the build quality is 10-fold better than the Nox, but it had to be anyway, because the Equinox was never built to be great quality. It was built to get the power out and get the technology for a cheaper price. That's what the original goal was with that. With a Manticore, they've kind of gone, this is the new Big Daddy, and it's definitely built way better. The coil seems a lot better on it, and like you said, it's obviously got a lot more depth. It's just a different machine. I wouldn't even say it's got a lot. I wouldn't say it found things that I don't think the Nox won't find it. I just think now you've got more reassurance as well with the target, with the screen, and just what's going on the screen, and kind of helps you. It almost tells you there's something there. We are telling you there's something there. It's the
only thing I don't like about it is the Vanquish. No, well, I can live with that because getting a bit older, it's like, come on, Adrian, you've done enough today. You can't keep going, because you'll pay for it in the morning with aches and pains and taking Nurofen. Is the Vanquish, right? Love the Vanquish 540. The shaft on it, like the sort of square shaft with the clamps. Why didn't they put that on the Manticore? The clamps on the Manticore are pretty. They do their job, but on the Vanquish they're lovely. Just clip. No, none of this screwing up bits. That's the only thing on it I found, and the headphones as well. They're not that waterproof, are they?
To be fair, when they gave me the Manticore, they said that day like that we were having issues with the 105s, and that I'd be better off running the 90s or the 95, whatever it is, off the 900. So what I'm running headset wise is I'd say that's my negative on it all. Like I'm like you. I detect for a couple of hours tops, and I'm just want to get my head down for 2 hours, and then my attention span goes, and I go, right, I've got to go home now, and that's me. So I don't get near the battery life on it. What I think they could have changed, or could have made better, was it being such a high end machine, like price wise. Surely you'd have been able to run like your own earbuds or something like that.
I think they might be doing something. They might be doing
because you don't want to be. In all honesty, like I think last I went out, Brian, before the Aussie boys went back a couple of weeks ago, Brian came out with me, and it was raining, and it wasn't that warm, and I had the 900 headset on. And even then, I was still like, my ears were sweating, and I was just like, all I want is just something that I can just pop in my ears, like a pair of AirPods, and just pop them in my ears and just have them, rather than, why do you have to have these big stupid things all the time on your head?
Yeah, I think they're looking at a receiver for it, so you can because it uses their own. What's the word I'm looking for? Bluetooth, low latency technology, which you can't just buy some high-end low latency headphones off the shop, off the shelf, and connect to it. So I think they're looking at bringing out a little box that will enable us to.
So the one thing I will say is there's definitely less lag. Like the 800 was, and the 900, there was always just a little bit of delay there sometimes, and there was always a little bit of lag, where I see that the new, with the Manticore, there don't seem to be much of that. What you hear is what you're getting straight away, like it's real sharp. Like I said, the machine itself is ridiculous. I'm not gonna sound like I'm just pushing it because I'm a Mindlab lad, but like I said, when Mindlab do it, they obviously do it right, because they smashed it with the Nox, and this seems to be a get. It will, but I guarantee within next couple of years, everybody will be looking back at this video going, he was right, because they will take off. Everybody will have, before long, it'll be same like the 800. Everybody will have one, and it'll be, how amazing is this machine? It's just.
I think the only problem that it's had is there's more stuff on there to play with, and certain people have not run it in general mode, and they're just tweaking all the settings with like chunky monkey big depth mode on a bloke in Australia's settings, which is totally different to here, and they're messing it up, and they're not finding stuff. And I think that
which is what we spoke about with Kieran and the guy from, was it Holland or Belgium?
Luke Van Ash.
Yeah, we spoke about it at length with them and Paul C. And they said that the biggest mistake that people are making with the Manticore is faffing and not just using it.
I'm not going to sound. I'm in no way disrespecting anybody when I say this, but you've got the four lads you've just mentioned. You've got Paul C, who is a beach expert. He's brilliant on the beach. Don't get me wrong. He's good inland as well. You've got Luke, who's from Belgium or wherever, and his ground is completely different to ours. He was trying to say it was the same, and it isn't, because the mineralization, especially, which I'll get onto that in a second. But you've got Luke, and then you've got Kieran, who obviously is the Mindlab man, and then you've got all these other people that are running settings. The one, hand on heart, and not just saying this to blow smoke up his backside. The first person I went to was Sid. And the reason I went to Sid was because Sid's experienced my land. What I detect is real, and he will tell you it's real hard detecting. It's Roman out and out, solid, loads of iron signals, little boot net. Because the Aussie boys were telling me they were plucking up the little boot, the boot clasps or whatever, Roman boot clasps, 10 to the dozen in the field, because they weren't that used to it. what I detect and how I detect is like real, like I said, Sid would be one to back me up, and a few of the other lads as well. It's real hard detecting, and that's how I have only ever spent so many hours detecting, and yet I've learned a vast amount on machines, because it's not just your normal walk across the field and find a target every 20, 30 strides. With detecting a Roman site, it's literally like you've got targets everywhere, and you've got literally after come. We went back to that site a few weeks ago. I said it'd be quite interesting to me, my horde site, and we have battered it. And I mean, I've been on there a million times. I've had Sid Perry, Dan Spencer, Fraggle, I've had everybody. Literally everybody's come and had a go, and we've hammered it. And I turned up with that Manticore, and don't get me wrong, it was by no shot easy detecting. But I rang Sid Perry 3 or 4 times with the camera going, "You're not going to believe what I found." And that is what that brooch is one of the things that everybody had missed.
Mm.
And that was about, no, without exaggerating, that was about 2 inches deep. So how did everybody miss that? Like, and I mean, it's the field is probably about 3-4 acres. It's tiny. It's a small field, and like I said, we've been over it millions of times, and it's been battered. And yet the Manticore, like I said, at the end of the day, I think what I've learned is over the years, every machine has a different way of finding things. It's like this. What's this new machine that they're all seem to be getting excited about? This Japanese Hasi, whatever.
Oh, the one Fodder's got.
What is it?
Tasky. It's been out for age. It's been out for about 2 years.
What are you talking about, Willis? You're saying words. What's that about?
The Tasky. Yeah,
it's not a program.
It's not Japanese. It's not Japanese. It's
how do you spell it, Adrian?
TAR. Where did I go then? I just disappeared on my screen. There was a review in Treasure Hunting. I didn't get one, but somebody else wrote one. It's the Tarskaski or something.
It looks like an old. It looks like an old Atari.
Yeah, but it's this. How can I put it? Bike racing's like, Mark. If everyone's on a race on a Kawasaki, they might have the best handling bike, but crap on the straights. So someone comes along with a Yamaha or a Honda. All machines have their. So how you went out on that field with the Manticore and found that brooch?
Yeah.
I personally believe that people make machines. How can I explain it? Multi-frequency is that, with all that in the middle. But how you get that in the middle is different for different manufacturers in theory. And I think this machine might be running something slightly different, some algorithm, a bit like Rutus machines.
Yeah.
I've been on fields behind Deus users and Equinox users with an old Rutus Sort 71 and absolutely smashed it. And they're like looking at me thinking, why has he got that NHS crutch? But the
Tarasaki, is it?
TARSACCI, Tarski. Yeah.
So spell it again, please, Adrian.
TARSACCI.
TARSACCI.
Yeah. But the thing is, you'll buy a machine like that, you'll go out and you'll be lucky and you'll think it's the machine. And then you'll go out again and you'll be lucky and you'll think this is really good.
Be lucky.
But, have you got it, Dave? It's like a
I'm on the website now.
You put me on the screen.
Yeah.
It's been out about 2 years. It was a development. I think it might be. No, it could be
expensive. Not they're expensive as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
And their homepage is WordPress.
And I don't know who's the dealer in the UK. So if something goes wrong with it, there you go. So maybe they'll send us one,
WordPress.
Dave. Yeah, WordPress. Hack it. Yeah. So 2019. the website. Buy now. Let's buy 4.
You can't buy any because they ain't got any available.
Oh, that's not a good sign. So, anyway, they've been out a while. They're not Chinese. Where are they made? Go contact. Oh dear, have they not got a contact page?
Info at Sasaki.
About what's about?
It's got America. Sasaki is founded based in the USA. We are proud to be able to say our products are designed and assembled in the USA. Any service providers can be straight from the U. So we need to speak to one of our American friends and see if they can.
I don't think they're designed in America. Did it say that? I'm sure they're in Eastern Italy. Derek Gibbon. Yeah, I'm sure they're somewhere in Europe. Anyway, we'll get fodder on because he'll say it's really, really good and it's the best thing ever. But yeah, I know someone who's selling one if anyone's interested, actually. Not me.
Staff smell detectors have got one. No, they haven't. They did have, but it's gone.
Just someone's just bought it. Philip Wills, great American name.
I know.
There's plenty of Italian Americans.
Yeah. So, Mark, anyway, going back to your detecting and stuff, how's it helped your mental health? Like when you do get out, does it totally sort of put you back on?
Well, I think you've met me plenty of times now. You see that I'm quite a highly strung, passionate kind of guy, and just wants to chat away. And it's the one thing. I think it's the only thing that's actually calm in my life. Like it's the one thing that I go when I do get out. I'm probably chilled for about 2 weeks after everything calms down. Because obviously, like I said, I actually do DJing now, and I've been doing loads of DJing. So everything that I do is meant like really fast, like high energy. Want to just like do something and really, and yeah, that's the one thing that. So yeah, it has helped me a lot. I think a lot of it like is talking to people as well. Like I've made a lot of friends over the years, like metal detecting buddies and stuff like that. So I like to sit and down, and they've kind of been there. And like I said, when I come to the Rodney Cook, it was quite hard actually. I had to hide quite a lot of emotion because it was like I was still on the cusp of just coming out the other side clean. Like I'd obviously, basically, long story short, like obviously losing my dad. I'd always been a bit of a drinker anyway. Lost my dad, went completely off the rails drinking. Did a lot of stupid stuff, fighting. Just a lot of things that I want to kind of try and forget now because of the pure fact that I just go. And I nearly lost my family for it. I nearly lost me for it. I was on medication, but the medication was obviously clashing with the alcohol, and it was just sending me into this whirlwind of just not really knowing what I wanted to be or what I wanted to do. And I think the whole counselling sides, the counselling side helped a lot. Chatting to the counsellor at the Injured Jockeys Fund. Like I said, basically push your nearest and dearest away and to the point where they go, I just can't deal with it anymore. And the wife moved out for a bit, and that kind of gave me the big kick up the belly with my little girl, and I didn't want that, so I chose, basically, like I said to people now, I chose my life over alcohol rather than alcohol over life, which a lot of other people struggle to do. So I just basically did it myself. So I just suddenly got up one day on the Monday, and I just went, that's it, I've got to stop. And I went through the whole cold turkey situation because I was drinking a hell of a lot, to the point where a lot of people won't even believe how much I drink. But like I said, it was more. I'm one of them. I go you can only blame everybody else for so long, or everything else for so long, and then you have to. And people have come to me since then and gone, "Can you help me?" And I've gone, "Yeah, but the only person that can help you is you. If you're not willing to do it at that moment in time, then you're never gonna change." And luckily I took that point and I've stuck with it. And I'm a lot better off now. I'm not having to have antidepressants anymore. I obviously don't drink.
You can see in your face, Mark, there's a big change over the past 2 months. You look a lot more at ease in your face now. You look happier.
I am a happier person,
and that's good to see.
And it's and like I say, it's you've just got to. Sometimes you've got to. I'm one of them. I said to a lot of people, I'd love to be one of them people that could go out and drink on a Friday and Saturday, and then not drink for the rest of the week. Because I do love having a drink. I love being sociable. I'm one of them people. But then I'm not one of them people. I can't. My brain won't let me do that. My brain won't let me comprehend that. My wife says quite a lot that I've got a bit of an addictive personality. Like I same with the metal detecting. I got addicted to it. Bike racing, I'm addicted to it. The DJing, I got addicted to it. I'm one of them people. I put whatever I do, I put me all into it, and I'm obsessive. I'm a bit addicted, and it's like so I'm a better person now. And like I said, the metal detecting side of life is probably the one thing that I am lucky that I do go. I just go out, and it's weird actually, because it's just something that you wouldn't put me with. I think a lot of people have always said that to me. You don't come across as someone who do metal detecting. I'm like, but I do. I love it. It's like it is that just freedom of getting out, even if it's going sitting there. That day, right? I remember the day I found this little unit. I was walking across the field. It was in Farringdon. And it's one of these random metal detecting stories that everybody tells, like this weird thing. And I'd been detecting for a couple of hours, and I'd found a big cartwheel penny. And I was like, yeah, this is all right, this. But then I kind of like sat there. I tell you what I did. I was waiting for Dan to come. So I sat with this rucksack in the middle of the field, and I had these snacks. And I kind of like just sat there chatting away.
Got to stop you there, Mark. What snacks did you have?
Monster Munch, pickled onion Monster Munch, a cheese and ham sandwich, and a can of Monster Energy. Yeah. So yeah. So I sat there and I kind of just had a chat with the old man, and I said, "Come on, you've got to find me something good here today. And you just do me something here." So like obviously, like I just detected away. I was finding all these little shoddy bits, and I'm like, they proper have hammered this field. And then Dan like came off because he was coming out for a couple of hours and just to catch up. And he come over, and it was weird because we set up this field, and he found a couple of Romans. I was like, fuck, he's found Romans and I haven't yet. And then all of a sudden I just plugged that up, and I was just like, that's why when Dan said to me, I thought you'd found gold, because you were so excited. It was that one of my bucket listers, and it was the fact that I'd sat there 40 minutes before and gone, come on, Dad, help me out here. Give me something to find. And I found that. So that is staying with me forever. That's like, I might even get Sid to make it into like a little chain or something for me.
It's funny, isn't it?
Wayne Rowlands, our pal from Boxer, he said, Mark, if you ever need a break, mate, I'll be happy to pick you up and take you riding with Riding for Heroes. It's a veteran-run charity, but here if I can help you out.
What's that for?
Riding, motorbikes.
Riding for Heroes?
Yeah. So it's basically veterans, going out biking together and that.
Yeah, I'm up for that.
Yeah. It's tandems.
Bringing people together.
It's tandem bikes.
Yeah, tandems. There's even a triple tandem.
Yeah.
So what is it like on the roads?
Wayne, give us a little bit more information, if you will, darling.
Mark, in all honesty, I think hats off to you, mate, for speaking openly about how your mental health's been over the last few years, and I think it is good to speak among people.
Do you know what I want to say before, like, because I've probably been rattling on for too long. But before I actually do go, like I do go, like a lot of people go, and this is what I've tried to get across. I've always been one of them like real confident people, and what's happened to me in the last probably 2-3 years of my life, like the nosedive, how deep I've gone as a confident person. I wasn't ever really I was one of them. I'm brought up in Yorkshire, and I'm a bit of a tough cookie, and I've looked after myself in life, and I never really believed in mental health. It was more like, yeah, it's just people making a name up for someone now that's just come around and whatever, blah blah blah. What I've realised in the last 2-3 years of my life is the brain damages you more than anything can damage you. And it's a dangerous. Once that brain goes into once your brain goes into that spiral, I've learned myself. You struggle to get back out of it, and I can understand why a lot of men do struggle. That's why I kind of talk out a lot of things. That's why I speak out a lot about it, because I want men, especially men, as on a whole, because we are scared of talking. We are scared of talking to people.
We are.
You want men.
And you know, Mark, earlier this year, I'm a GMB union representative, and all the reps off our site went on a mental health first aid course. And it opened my eyes to the issues that people have, not just men, women, everybody, all the issues that people opened up. Thankfully, I've been able to put it to good use with people in work as well.
The strange thing the brain does it's almost like, how I like to put it is, it's like when you get injured, you protect yourself by using the other part of your body, and I think that's what your brain, when you're mentally like struggling and you bruised your brain, like just through what's going on in your life and what damage it's making. I actually do believe that your brain protects itself and goes into all these different places where you're not used to going. Like me with anxiety, there was at one point where I couldn't even, like I said, I went to that charity rally in Farringdon that I'd set up, and I was there 20 minutes because I couldn't be around people. If the pubs got busy, this was when I was off the drink, probably like 2 or 3 months in, if the pubs were busy, I'd be sat in there having a coke with my mates, I'd literally have to get up and leave. I could deal with 2 or 3 people at a time, but when there was, say, 10, 15, 20 people around me, it felt like there was 200 people, and there was noises and I had to just get out. And it's just weird. Like I said, it's a scary. Mental health is a thing, no matter what anybody thinks.
Absolutely.
No matter how tough anybody thinks they are, mental health and alcohol. If I could ever anybody could take anything from this and go, I'm going to stop drinking because they think they're struggling, do it, because I tell you now, that is one of the worst drugs in the world. But it's accepted because we all drink, we all do it.
We do.
It's funny, actually. I saw something the other day, and there was a packet of cigarettes. You know, on a packet of cigarettes now, it's got like someone with like their kidneys hanging out, all cancerous, and like someone with like a tracheotomy. There's nothing really on beer, is there? But I think there's more harm and damage caused from alcohol, fighting, divorces, drink driving. Yeah. You know,
I've kind of spilled me all anyway, so I might as well get it. One of the biggest factors was my dad did die from cancer, but he died from alcohol as well, because he was an alcoholic, and he stopped towards the end, and he dropped right down. He was barely drinking, but it was too little, too late. So cancer was the thing that killed him, and it was very prominent. But at the same time, I know full well, if the doctors have ever really looked into it, they'd have gone, a lot of that was still with alcohol, because his body I'd give up, and that's my kind of. I've got to keep doing what I do, and like I've helped a couple of lads already. One's gone and rode his first winner since, and yet he was an absolute bum up until a couple of months ago, and now he's gone and rode his first winner. Don't get me wrong, he's had an injury since, but he's back and he's not drank, and he looks better, he looks healthier, and it's something that I'm kind of proud of now. I'm helping people with what's gone wrong with me, and that's what I've always been, one of them people that does try and help everybody else. So
Wayne Rowlands has got back to us. He said basically you can choose any bike you wish. It just got a load of injured war veterans getting together and going on a road trip. It's a great get together and talk about all our issues and help each other out.
Yeah, that
lovely guy,
cool.
Wayne.
Wayne,
Lovely
if I could ride a bike, I'd come with you.
Yeah.
Me and you on a tandem, Dave.
You can go at the front.
Yeah. It'd probably take you 4 hours to do 20 miles, wouldn't it?
Well, it depends on how many pubs are in the way.
No,
you need me on board. Then I won't allow you to stop.
No, that's right.
I need
definitely
a physical trainer, to be fair, or a whip, or a gag, anything really.
Wow,
Why me jaw up and give me soup?
This is just getting weird,
mate. This is nothing. We get much weirder than this. Just wait.
I know, yeah.
Anyway, one thing you mentioned earlier was weird confessions. And on the back of weird confessions, we've got a new slot coming, which we're going to tell you all about any second now. Hit it, Adrian. Tell the peeps.
What?
Tell the peeps what it's all about.
Well, it was David's idea. You only told me once. What am I?
Off the back of Simon Mayo's confessions.
Yes,
I thought it'd be a good idea if we could have detectorist confessions. Oh, Mark's gone.
Oh,
He didn't like that. He didn't want to give any confessions. And Sam doesn't bother me anything. Anyway, off the back of Simon Mayo's confessions, why can't we have confessions? So if you have a confession, you can either write in and it'll be completely confidential. We won't tell your name. Or even better than that, if you don't want your name to appear anywhere, go to the Big Detecting Show website, bigdetectingshow.com, which Adrian's got to pull up for you now.
Hang on.
Oh.
Have we? Oh, no.
I'll do it.
It's not. I think I've got rid of it.
Have you? Adrian will reinstall our
No, I have. It's here. Shall I show you where it is?
Yeah, show us where it is.
I've messed. Oh, I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, I'll share it.
So it's our tape recorder connected to the phone line with our C60 cassette in. And if you remember correctly, Chris Langston actually left us a Barra Brith recipe in Welsh last year. Yes. And Rob Brandon left a few messages.
So you go to our website and you can look at all the toot on there, or you can get in touch and you can send us a message, or you can leave David in a suit a voice message, and you don't have to put your email address in or anything, and you just click start recording and you click allow the microphone, and you say something like, Dave, I once stole a pair of your pants at Rodney Cook and I've never given them back. And you stop the message.
It was you then, Adrian.
You can put a random name in there. You don't have to put your email address, and you just send it. So it's as simple as that. So, and we get an email with a voice recording, and it doesn't have your IP address or anything, and we can hear and listen to your confessions. And like that short intro clip, we can be the confession booth for the detecting community.
I'm just responding to Mark. Sadly, Mark has departed due to his battery dying on his phone because he forgot he was coming on and he was playing Call of Duty, so he didn't put his phone on charge.
As long as there wasn't something he was just about to confess to us on the show and it suddenly triggered him. But yeah, if anyone's got anything, we thought we'd do that. The plan was to ask the guests. But have you got anything you need to confess? Oh, there's something I've got to confess.
I don't think we should. I think we don't confess, but me and you tell the voice recorder, because then people won't know it's us.
Yeah, because no one will guess who I am or you.
Everybody will know who
right,
you
Mark.
are. Everyone will know who you are. If it's any peculiar voice, it's your world of. Are we allowed to reveal other detectorist secrets? Is the question. Do whatever you want. If it's
as long as
fit
there's no
for airing,
names,
we will vet it. If there's no names, we
or
will
use their nickname.
We get them on if they are suitable. Tony Cummins, hello Tony, welcome to the show. Tony Cummins, he runs Midland Detecting Days. Lots of detecting around the leak areas down to Ashbourne and such like. Great. We went the weekend of last year and it was brilliant. Are we allowed to use pet names? Yeah. Getting a bit weird now, Sam.
Yeah, that's going to be absolutely rammed. Hi, Wendy. How are you? Hope weather's not too bad. Dave, should I just mention that book? Because we're going to be giving it away as part of our Christmas.
Rob Random said, last time I called that number, I ended up with a timeshare in Liverpool. That was the other number.
Rob, no, we've stopped that, man. So it's now it's in Spain, isn't it, Dave? I think.
No. That person was somebody you know. And confession time, Tony Kaywood.
Yeah. He hacked our phone line, didn't he? Again. Right. I
want to know, Mark, if you are in the chat still, I wanted to ask you, who is the tallest, you or Scotty B?
Mark, 100%. Mark had men's clothes on last time I saw him. It's wet and windy in Colchester, Wendy. Yeah, it's horrible down here in Chelmsford.
Mate, the flood's coming home from work tonight. I've drove the same route for 15 years. And not Friday, just gone, the Friday before was the worst I've ever seen it. And this week was just horrendous. One of the lads I give a lift to occasionally was on a scooter. How he got home, I don't know. Hello, Matt. Mark's 5'5".
Yeah, he's bigger than Scotty B.
Scotty's 5.55, isn't he?
Scotty's B's 4'1", I think.
And he has way more hair.
I want to go to detecting this weekend, but it's going to be really muddy, so I'm just weighing it up, pros and cons. My daughter's in London tonight with her boyfriend.
Sam's just drove back from London, a 5-hour drive, took nearly 8.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
and Wendy says apparently there's another storm coming the weekend.
Yes, Debbie, I think.
No, Wendy.
Debbie? No, Debbie.
No, Wendy.
Storm.
Wendy said.
No, not in Dallas.
Oh, right.
No, not in Dallas. Not in Dallas.
Okay.
Yes, but
Wendy. It sounds like windy.
Yeah. Wendy, I've got to come up your way soon. I keep saying it, and I've got to get round to it. But now the silly season's got out of the way with all the rallies and all that malarkey.
I've started.
Had a little bit of time on my own permission, but now it's been seeded. So my farmer's letting us on seeded fields, Dave.
Fantastic.
Without a problem. Yeah, it is quite cool. Anyway, yes, it is Debbie. Debbie is going to be a bad one too, John Clayton. Yeah. Oh,
as Rob Random says, beach detectives are going to have a mad time after the storms.
They are. That's as long as they don't go there in the storm, like these idiots you're seeing on the news going out. But on the beach and anywhere, there's a book. I went out last Friday, didn't I, David, for a drink?
No, you didn't.
No, sorry. I went to a cafe last Friday evening to meet
Thank you,
Dan
Wendy.
from Treasure Hunting magazine. And what's her name? Emma? No, Ange. I hope she's not in the chat. Is she, Dave? Ange.
Oh, Ange.
She's got
I don't think I've seen Ange tonight.
Hopefully she's not there because she's got a bit of an addiction to books, hasn't she?
Yeah.
So
shall I put you on the big screen, Adrian?
Oh, the dog's just been sick, I think.
Dog's sick live.
No, it isn't. So we've all got fines identified. Can you hear it? No, you probably can't.
Yes.
It's not being sick. It's just gagging. Finds identified 1, finds identified 2. We've got lots of
Oh,
oh no, and look away, because I've got something that you might get excited about. Those who saw the adverts before the show, this is going to be available very shortly, and this is so far one of my favourite books. So this is Discovering Jewellery, and it's quite a thick book, and it's from Timeline Auctions. I don't know what's going on with the book dog.
The book dog. What's a book dog?
Book dog. But in here, it looks boring at the moment. But when you get in, these are all detectorist finds that have been found over the years. And I think it's A4 hardback. Hang on. 1,500 items in colour with descriptions and valuations. And it is pretty much all types of jewellery. So I found, what did I find? That ring, Dave, that bishop's ring. And there's a similar one in there. But it pretty much covers as a man's head. And it's 300 pages. But it's got absolutely everything in it. And this is going to be available soon. It's not cheap, but considering it's 1,500 pictures and stuff, this is going to be available from Greenlight Publishing. I don't know if you go on their website now, but it's a big book. But it's really great because what it's got the inscriptions in rings.
Wow.
And stuff like that. So
and it'll look very sexy along identifying detecting finds and finds identified 1 and 2.
I mean, look at that. Can you imagine finding
what sort of age does the finds go back to, Adrian?
Ancient, post-medieval times. So probably Celtic to medieval times. I was just reading something. It's got basically rings, buckles, brooches, pendants, pins, fasteners, earrings, bracelets, necklaces, hair rings, dating back from ancient to post-medieval times, and also belly button rings from 1987 onwards.
Fantastic.
It hasn't. But yeah, that's greenlightpublishing.com. And we're going to give one away at Christmas. So
Wayne Rowland says, Dave Sadler, can we do a Christmas cracker on next month's show? I'm working on a wooden Christmas tree coin display holder. Would like to give it away on the show. Wayne, of course you can. We'd love that. Thank you very much. We are planning on doing a big metal detecting Christmas prize draw. If you want to involve it in that, we'd more than happy. And if not, you want to do it separately, we're going to be doing something for the composite cleaning pencil as well and run up to Christmas. And that is quite sexy, isn't it, Adrian?
Yeah. I tell you what, sorry, it's very sexy. But Wayne, when you said that in the chat, I'm thinking, why is he doing it next month? Why don't we wait till Christmas?
Do you know what I was thinking before, Ed?
It is next month.
It's actually closer to Wayne. Christmas than it was to Detectable. Christmas is closer than Detectable was now.
Oh, gosh.
How mental's that?
Who's on the show next week?
Next week, we don't have a guest lined up as of yet. The following week, we have James Barnes talking about the... what's he do? Oh, my mind's gone blank with the hurdy-gurdies going over geophysics and such like. And his metal detecting. He's great, James. He was another one of our magic teapot friends. He spent a lot of time in there. As did you and Dan with your treasure hunting magazine, Search and Loving. Oh yeah, it happened.
We were talking about boats.
Allegedly.
We weren't talking about detecting. We're talking about boats because we have a love for boats. But I haven't got one, and Dan has. He's got like 10.
So we've got no one as yet for next week because I've been a little bit busy. We've got in the next week after that. The following week, we don't have anybody again. The following week after that, we have that lovely Nick West. And then the run up to Christmas, we have the Christmas show, Calvados. He promised he'd get us some Calvados, and he's got us some Calvados, but we're not allowed to drink it till he comes on the show. I bet it's really vinegar or something, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's 15 years old.
So Christmas, the run up to Christmas, we've still got nobody on as of yet. I've not booked anybody in. And then we have the week before Christmas is the Christmas draw, where we generally have lots of people coming on and saying hello. And the week after Christmas, the week following Christmas Day, is our review of 2023, I think, Adrian.
Yes, sorry, I was just reading Rob
I think we don't actually need to come on, do we? We can just like do a 1.5 hour compilation of the guests over the years and then just play that and we can have the week off. Nah.
No.
Do you know how many we've only missed? I think 2 shows, haven't we, in entirety of weekly shows? One, the Queen died, and there was another one where
I've missed 2.
We couldn't. The computer's access just went down totally. It was when. Do you remember when I had the phone lines went? Somebody crashed a car into the phone lines, and the phone lines went down, and I had no.
God, that sounds
internet.
I've missed 2 shows because one I was in Tenerife and one I was somewhere else. I think I can't remember.
I've missed 2 shows, but one I came on anyway to say hello when I was stuck in a car park in Birmingham.
That's right. That was quite a good show, actually. Gary,
that was you in Bleeps. We need to get Bleeps back on. And the other one was. Oh no, I might have missed. I was on holiday as well in Turkey and couldn't get connection. And the other one I had swine flu or something ridiculous.
Yeah. But anyway,
Gamby Aaron said, "Can everyone take a moment to click the like, please?" Thanks.
You can. Yeah, we never really ask, but it is nice when people do click the like. We don't push it. We haven't.
And we do appreciate everybody, don't we, Adrian, that watches this show?
Yeah, of course we do. And we hope that, like Mark tonight, talking, maybe there's someone in the chat tonight who was just feeling a bit down and a bit low, and maybe we were the final straw. But no, hopefully we've given you something better to watch rather than sort of a documentary on how great the world is not at the moment. So I think it's good to tune out. Yeah, but no, I really hats off to Mark because I had a quiet chat with him at Rodney Cook, and the guy's been through hell, and we all deal with things differently, and I think it's good for him to come on the show and talk about it in front of us, and a little bit about detecting. Mark's had many detectors, and he's detected for quite a while, and he came on the show, unlike Sid Perry, who's only been on for 4 minutes in his pants. Yeah.
And Sid Perry, when he received his award for YouTuber of the Year, and went, thanks.
He had a sore throat because he's been smoking Rothmans.
Michael Jarvis has asked, is there no Adrian's World tonight?
No, sorry. No. No. We've got
5 minutes left, Adrian. So we leave it till next week.
Yeah, we'll do a special one next week. Might even do a prize.
And if anybody would like to come on as a guest, please get in touch with me or the boy Gayla, and we will we'll get you booked in. Even if you want to come on for half a show or half an hour, we'd love to have you on. We like chatting to anybody, and I'm sure the viewers would like to hear your stories or see your finds. Brian Goodsir Thompson, hope everything's all right with you, sir. And any time, obviously, you want to book back on to come on the show, give me a shout and we'll get that sorted, no problem.
Monarch Designs, Google it.
Monarch Designs. I have a lovely new rugged box of Brian's. The screw-on pods, big one, big coin on the front, very sexy. I've been having a look at that for him, and very, very, very worthwhile purchasing from Monarch Designs website.
Lovely.
Can't just book you in, Brian. We don't know when you're on shore.
Oh, Brian was going to be on last week, wasn't he?
Yes, he was supposed to be on last week, but he was
issues. So I hope that's all sorted, Brian.
It was that thing with the tin of tuna and the
cat
and the trombone.
With the butter. Did you want to run the confessions again, just so
Andy H is fed up because I missed the show as I was fixing the epoxy boiler.
Oh gosh!
I
feel for you.
Oh, he's always on shore. Oh, right. So Brian can come on anytime. I thought you worked away now and again. So just give me a shout, Brian, and we'll sort that out. We've got next week free. He doesn't work offshore anymore. We've got next week free and 2 weeks from now free, and at most of December. Yes, so the new segment, if you would like to, Adrian will go on, Adrian.
I was just about to say, go on bigdetectingshow.com, contact us, and you can leave a voice message describing your
confession.
I don't know quite
What's the significance of that? Dolly?
What doll?
The dolly. Doll.
Didn't see one. Didn't see one, mate. You need to go to the doctor. But yes. But yeah, so if you've got any confessions,
right.
It might
next week we have Brian Goodser Thompson returning to the show. If obviously Brian, if things aren't thingy, there's not a problem there. But currently we've got Brian coming on the show next week, which is nice.
Good.
Because we like Brian.
Yes. Well, it's been a nice show with Mark tonight.
It has. Unfortunately, he's ran out of battery as well, because I'm sure he'd like to have said a lot more. Gamby Aaron says, thanks for the live stream, guys. Good to see you're looking well, Dave. I've not seen you for around 35 years. Who's that?
He's the one. Do you remember when you were in Borstal? He's the one who you went swimming with. Do you remember that night? Oh my God, Derek Gibbon. Someone's got to do it. Confessions of a Detectorist. Fodder could be, what's the man? Robin Asquith. I can see it now. Who would be, who? Oh my God. Characters of, that'd be a classic one. Oh gosh.
Aaron Wood, bloody hell. How are you, Aaron? Nice to see you. Well,
Stalker.
I haven't seen you. I can see your name. Good to see your name.
He's joining Detecting himself in 2024.
Good lad. Good lad.
Top man.
Well, if you watch the show and you like the Christmas show, for instance, you may even win something like a detector. We just don't know.
Could be anything. Could be a wooden Christmas tree to put your coins on or your artifacts. Could
Philip
be a
Bill's
pinpointer.
dad directed some of the confession films.
Well, Bernard Bresslaw, I worked with his, Bernard Bresslaw, who was with Sid,
Yeah.
the tall one.
And in Hawker Slayer, my favourite film.
He's a guy I worked with, that was his uncle, and the guy I worked with looked just like him. He does now, Bernard Bresslaw. Yes,
I'm sat in the office today and a bloke walked in and I was like, absolutely spitting image of a lad who, a man I worked with who retired a couple of years ago. I had to take a photo of him to show everyone.
Poor lad. He probably freaked out. Thank you, Paul Tung, and good luck everyone who's out this weekend. Be safe, because if Debbie comes over you, it's going to be a nightmare, isn't it, Dave? I mean, we've had Kieran and
windy old Debbie.
Yeah. Is she coming from Dallas or?
No, France.
Oh, no, it is coming over from. But yeah, be careful out there, and hopefully someone will bring some nice finds up. But it's blinking muddy. It's blinking muddy.
It's muddy, and the conditions when I went out just after the floods the other week, it was very, very difficult. Me and the machine, we just didn't get along very well.
No, you had issues, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have them last week. It was, as I say, I think it was the weather conditions, the wet and what have you.
EMI, could be anything.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure as ever. Marky Mark, thanks for coming on. You can find his YouTube channel, Marky Mark on Detecting. There you go.
Thanks, everyone.
The other thing we want to do as well, add your finds on the Big Detecting Show Facebook group, and we're going to sample the Tony Hart's wall. What's it called? What was it called?
The gallery.
The gallery. And we're going to play the gallery music to your images like we used to. So, thank you all for watching Mark and Mindy Detecting. I bet you somebody will do that now.
Used to like Mindy. Used to like Mindy. Dungarees.
Nanu. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Hold on, I forgot where that is. Where's that? Oh, there
Stop.
it is.
Press the stop.